Today we looked at two main subjects in particular, both science and math. And so with the realm of science, we were looking at this idea of push or pull. And this has a bit to do with forces and physics. So what we were looking at is identifying whether what's going on is a push or a pull. For example, in this first image, we have this girl, this boy passing a ball back and forth. And so in order to determine whether they're pushing or pulling, we have to look when the girl passes the ball, she pushes downwards with that force. And so that's how you know it's a push. Whereas in here, if we look over here, this boy and his dog, he's applying a force this way. He's pulling it along, which is what's dragging the dog and the whole cart along this way. So that's how we were just kind of differentiating between how to tell whether it's a push or a pull. Another thing that helps is if there's any kind of rope involved, like right here, you can pretty much guess that it's going to be a pull, because if you've ever tried to push a rope before, you know it just kind of bends inwards. You can't do anything with it. That was the first thing that we talked about. The second thing that we talked about was more in terms of math and just kind of doing complex 3-digit addition and subtraction. So for addition, it was a little bit easier because let's say you have something like this, 257 plus 221. You can do it a couple different ways. One, you can just kind of add downwards. 7 plus 1 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 2 is 4. Or you could try to draw it graphically using boxes to represent the 100s. So you have 2 hundreds, 5 tens, and 7 dots, right? And so you just add, you would add 1 dot, 2 tens, and 2 boxes. And when you count that, that's 4 boxes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, and you have here 8. You have 8 dots, so that'd be 478. And that was for addition. However, in regards to subtraction, it became a little bit more complicated, especially when the numbers didn't line up nicely. So you might have something like 371 minus 289. And so in here, the box method is also helpful. You can draw it out like this. And so if you want to take away 9 dots, but you don't already have 9 dots, what you do is cancel one of these tens and use it to make 10 dots. And from there, you're now able to take away 9 of them. So you're left with 2 dots. Then if you want to take away 8 tens, but you only have 6, what you do is just cross out one of these boxes and add an extra 10 tens. And now if you want to take away 8, you just go ahead and cross out 8 of them. So you're left with just these. And then finally, you want to take away 2 of those boxes, right? So over here, we have 0 boxes, so there's nothing in the hundreds place. And then in the tens, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have that with 82. You could also do downward subtraction in the same idea, but doing kind of like you cancel, you add 10. Here, you borrowed 1, and then you're going to cancel and add 10 again to get 8. And then here, you would have had to cancel to get 2, and that would become 0. So both of them get you to the same answer, but they're just different ways of solving. And that was what we worked on today.